Hey, you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the north. More specifically, today we are in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, looking for some fun things to do here in Pittsburgh. And one thing about Pittsburgh is it has some really great museums. The Heinz History Center is an amazing museum. The Carnegie Museum of Natural History is an amazing museum. I've visited both those. I think last year visited both those, but I figured today we would stop over here at the Carnegie Science Center. You know, as I travel to different cities, I do love to just pop in to the local museums. I love the quirky museums, I love the weird roadside museums, but I also love the, the traditional museums, the natural history museums, the science centers. So today we're going to see what there is to enjoy at the Carnegie Science Center. Please follow me. Uh-oh, before we head in to the museum, apparently we have to conquer the brain maze. This is like a labyrinth style maze, but it is actually a brain. We walk here through the gray matter, trying to get to the center of the brain here. That's a dead end. All right, this is, hopefully there's no minotaurs in this maze. Let's see if we can figure this out. This is all a dead end right here. What's this blue stuff in the brain? Hopefully that's supposed to be there. And okay, I think I see the pathway to the center of the brain. What do you call the exact center point of the brain? I haven't been in the museum yet, so I don't look that my Crocs match the brain. And there we go. Brain accomplished. Anyways, let's head inside here.
It is freezing.
All right, now normally I do try to come during the week to museums. It's a little slower. It is a Thursday today, so I was hoping, a slower museum experience, but it is packed in here. We're waiting to get a ticket. Okay, so the reason it is so busy is because it is apparently still spring break here in Pittsburgh, and that's something I've been running into. It seems like it's hard to know when spring break is occurring at a certain location, because I guess spring break kind of happens over the course of the course of a month in different parts of the country, so you never really know when spring break is going to be happening. Maybe that's something I should need to start paying attention and look ahead of time. So it's very busy here, but I was fortunate enough to get a pass to the Titanic exhibit. There was some signs saying there was limited availability for the Titanic exhibit. I do got my boarding pass. It is for 4 o'clock. I think it's about 2 o'clock right now, so we'll have a little time to explore the museum, but then we got to meet back over here at 4 o'clock because I have a reservation to be aboard the Titanic. This caught my eye over here. We have this robot over here. He's moving a little bit. He's got dollar signs for eyes. This is a greedy robot bent on money. Oh no, look, he got swirly eyes. He's got a heart in his eyes. Money in one eye. Now he's got hearts in both eyes. I think that's good. We want a loving robot, not a greedy robot. All right, over here we actually have the control panel for the robots. We can actually control him. These his eyes right here. Oh, okay, he's got, this is his eyes. Okay, yeah, we can control, move it around, make him look around the lobby here at different people. Let's see, oh, you can ask him questions here. Let's see. Where are the bathrooms? Let's see what else we can ask him. Where do I enter the exhibits? All right. He's a very helpful robot there. You can see as he moves his head, he looks around. Let's see. Okay, I guess this must change the color of his eyes right there. Yeah, we gave him light bulbs for eyes. Let's see. What else? What else can this robot? Okay, speaks English. Okay, this is, I guess, different movements he can make. Yeah, there he is. Shakes his head no. Shakes his head yes. Yes, good robot. And as he puts his head in a swirling motion there. A swirling motion. A swirling motion. We can do some hand gestures. Now they do normally have a submarine exhibit here. There's actually a submarine in the river next to the Science Center that you can tour. Unfortunately, it is closed today. Yeah, they said the submarine is closed due to bad weather. You can see it sitting out here behind the museum. It actually looks, the weather does look pretty bad, honestly. Looks like it may be a little wintry mix coming down, a little snow and rain together, so we will have to tour the submarine on our next visit to Pittsburgh. Now there is a sizable movie theater in here called the Rango's Giant Cinema, where they play some educational films, but we're not actually going to see a movie today, but we are going to check out something else, because here in the lobby of the Rango's Giant Cinema is the Robot Hall of Fame. Now to be clear here, the Robot Hall of Fame is a Hall of Fame dedicated to fictional robots from science fiction, not necessarily real life existing robots. So as a fictional robot, well, the Hall of Fame is real, but the robots are fictional. And of course here we have two of the most famous pop culture robots of all time, C-3PO. There you can see his eyes are glowing, as well as R2-D2. Oh, he's got some little glowing features as well. One interesting thing about the Star Wars universe, the robots, or droids as they're called, they seem to have like a real consciousness to them, like they're real living creatures. And it's never really explained why they have intelligence. I guess they've touched on a few times the implications of that, but it's interesting. And C-3PO, one thing about C-3PO as a kid, and even as an adult, I just can't imagine there was actually someone in this costume here, and it just seems like such a restrictive costume. So you can see there's actually a bar. That bar right there bothers me. It's a bar that keeps his arms from like extending or moving in any way. So they had the poor actor clamped into this tiny thing, and then they had a poor actor shoved inside R2-D2 as well. And yeah, look at the robots. They C-3PO just constantly complaining, whining, and yelling at R2-D2, who just has to listen and put up with him through generation upon generation. Here's two classic robots. It is Crow and Tom Servo from Mystery Science Theater 3000. You can see he's actually moving their heads around just a little bit. And they, of course, they're from the 80s and 90s, and would, of course, make fun of low-budget sci-fi movies. Actually playing some movies featuring robots here on this old-school TV. But yeah, I remember it was a joy back in the 90s. Remember, it was hard to find. It was on late at night. I had a friend of mine who would record them on VHS, and then we would watch the robots basically just make smart aleck comments to movies. kind of the modern, you see a lot of this on the internet. They're kind of pioneers because there's a lot of content on the internet basically just making fun of movies. They were kind of the genesis of that. Why did they stop moving? This is Marla from the 1927 film Metropolis. Apparently Marla was the inspiration for the C-3PO design. I think early sketches show C-3PO and Marla looking much, much more similar. And here's a certified bad robot, HAL 9000. You can see the ominous eye there as he controlled the spaceship. It says the 9000 series is the most reliable computer ever made. We are all, by practical definition of the words, foolproof and incapable of error. So a very sinister and confident robot is HAL. Here we have Gort from the day the Earth stood still in 1950. I do need to go back and watch some of these old sci-fi movies. I've never seen the day the Earth stood still. I know it's about aliens coming to Earth, looking to connect with humans, and maybe being a little disappointed on the level of violence that humans have ingratiated themselves to. Some very familiar, iconic robots here. This is Robbie from Forbidden Planet. Came out in the 1950s. And then, oh, he's talking. He's talking over here to B9 from Lost in Space. I always get these two confused. The Lost in Space. Doesn't he say danger? Danger, Will Robert said. Yeah, then this is the Forbidden Robot. They actually, when you look at them together, they do look different, but some definite similarities here. But both a lot of fun. Love the old clunky, you know, retro futuristic design to both of them. And in the middle, there is the Iron Giant from the 1990s, about a little boy who becomes friends with a giant robot, and I believe that was Vin Diesel's first role, was the voice of the Iron Giant. It's kind of interesting bit of movie trivia there. I've not seen the Iron Giant. I've not seen a lot of these. I realize here in the Robot Hall of Fame, I may not have seen a lot of old science fiction. Oh, there's one more robot up here in the rafters. Dewey from Silent Running. You can see. Okay, that's Dewey up there in the rafters. Here in the H2O section. Careful, the ground does get a little wet. They've put up these banana-shaped wet floor signs. Get a little better view of the submarine from up here. Now, looks like it stopped snowing, but it does not look like they are reopening the submarine. You can see the banner up there says Iron City, and you look over there, right there, you can see the incline railroad that takes you to the top of the hill there. So you can see the incline railroad there, one car heading up, one car heading down, and then the train there at the bottom. So all sorts of different railroads here in Pittsburgh. The water flow down there. Some animals in here, some terrariums. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Those are all giant cockroaches. These are Madagascar hissing cockroaches. Look at this one's having a little snack there, but most of them are just chilling out and sleeping. Oh my gosh, look at all those grasshoppers. This is like the thing of nightmares in here, the plague of grasshoppers. caught you a delicious bass. There's some local fish from Pennsylvania. There's a giant fish head here. It says you can actually, what does the fish see? Take a look through this fish head and find out. So let's see the fish vision here. As we look around the exhibit here as if we were some sort of fish. I have a mural here of the different planets, and of course a certain planet that I grew up with missing here. What happened to Pluto? I remember this when they decided in 2006 that Pluto was not a planet anymore. I was devastated. Having grown up being taught that Pluto, the tiny little outlier planet, was indeed a planet. I mean, absolutely, I refused to accept it. I was like, no, Pluto is a planet, and you'll never tell me otherwise. Now it says the reason that Pluto is not a planet is because it doesn't clear its own orbit. I guess all the other planets pull in all the smaller objects from their orbit, but Pluto does not. There is smaller objects polluting its orbit, and actually its orbit is tied into that of Neptune. I remember it actually crosses Neptune's orbit, but yeah, for that crime, Pluto was stripped of its planethood. Now this is pretty fun. Up here we have the miniature railroad and village here, a miniature version of Pittsburgh. Now you can see the train rolling through. There's multiple trains there. See the steel plant here. Of course, steel creation is a big deal here in western Pennsylvania. The homestead here. It's like someone pulling something up out of the well there. I'm not really sure what's happening at the well. If anyone knows what that little guy is doing there at the well, leave a comment in the comment section. And back behind the farmhouse, someone beating a rug, I guess getting all the dust out of it. Now you can see children swinging there. Some children on the swing set, as well as another child there swinging from that big tree. I'm playing some baseball there. That is Forbes Field here in Pittsburgh. So the sun actually setting here on Pittsburgh. This is, I guess, Pittsburgh prior to the 1940s, it says. There's a streetcar. All the city being illuminated at night. So there's actually a little parade going through the town there. There you can see the incline railroad there. We actually saw the real one out the window a few minutes ago. There's a little train station here. You can see different people out front with their luggage. Apparently these represent actual people from Pittsburgh that rode the Titanic. Apparently all those little figures there get loaded on the train to go on a trip across the Atlantic on the Titanic. Hopefully everything works out smooth for them. You see the tugboat there pushing something down the river. Actually, it looks like they're moving an entire house or building there down the river. This is the Allegheny County Airport here. See the hot air balloon coming back into the airport. Oh, this is interesting. There's actually a man with what looks like homemade wings. He's flapping, ready to jump off that cliff. Good thing they got the ambulance ready for him. This is Falling Water here. It's a home in the area, actually designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. Mining town here, making a quarry out of the side of the mountain. Oh, and I really love this here. You can see the sign says, "Is this Kennywood?" It says yes and no. It says this is inspired by 3 separate amusement parks. It is inspired by Kennywood, for one, which we were just at yesterday. It's also inspired by Luna Park, an amusement park here in Pittsburgh that no longer exists, as well as Lakemont Park, which kinda sorta still exists. So you can see in the back there, iconic piece of Kennywood. You see the Noah's Ark there, rocking back and forth, that amazing Noah's Ark funhouse that they have.
That's amazing.
You can see the little dark ride there, called the Haunted House. It's a little sideshow down there as well. This roller coaster here is from Lakemont Park. This roller coaster is actually standing. This is Leap the Dips, which is actually the oldest roller coaster in operation. Although they announced that this year, 2024, they're not going to be running the Leap the Dips, which is very sad for people that enjoy amusement park and theme park history. It looks like this, the miniature version, not running either. So I guess that's kind of fitting. There's the Grandview Ship Hotel. That's actually a Lincoln Highway icon there. It's no longer there, but yeah, a hotel on top of a mountain shaped like a ship. Next up we have an exhibit on living on Mars, which is, it says here, can we explore Mars without, I was trying to read that, but then it just turned into a bunch of crazy flipping letter. Okay, here, okay, yeah, will exploring Mars help us rediscover Earth? Yeah, possibly. We can see how we could possibly grow plants on Mars. Oh yeah, look at this. You can see these upside down plants dangling from these crazy space planters. Now this is pretty cool. We have a model of what a colonized Mars might look like. You can see the little space house right there. Oh yeah, whole little Martian city here. See the little greenhouses. These like little biospheres that we can live in. Here we have some theoretical clothing that we could wear on Mars. Some Mars shoes there. A Martian helmet. Shows items that we would bring to Mars with us. Some items to help, you know, keep us sane. Some fun activities to play on Mars. A good game of space chess there. Even a Pittsburgh Pirates mascot to keep you company. Alright, we got a little Mars vehicle here. So we can pilot it here. This, okay. So we gotta back it up. Okay, there we go. There we go. How do I steer this thing? Kind of stuck on. Okay, obstacle. There's obstacle detected. Let's see. It's gonna be stuck on this rocky mound. Here, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Okay. Obstacle detected. It's very difficult driving a car on Mars. And here we are at Body Works, where we can see how various human organs operate. There's a human digestive system. That looks pretty gross and disgusting, but of course, as gross and disgusting as it is, this is crammed inside of our body. You know, we couldn't live without it. We can answer the unanswered question, is smoking bad for me? Some people in the comments section of one video argued with me on this fact, but okay, here we have a smoker's lung. It's got all black crap all over it. There's a non-smoker's lung who has much less of the crap all over it. And I guess we pull the lever here. Okay, we see the non-smoker's lung filling up with air, and the smoker's lung barely filling up with any air at all. So there you have it, folks, in case you were wondering. All these hearts here. There's a dog heart. Now you can see how it beats there. So you squeeze this to see if you can match the beat. So we see that's boom, boom, boom. That's the natural heartbeat of a dog. I'm gonna try to match it. Having a difficult time syncing up with the dog heart. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, that's really hard. Really hard trying to match a dog's heartbeat. Let's try a human's heart. Maybe that's easy. I'll just go with my own heartbeat here. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, pretty close. Let's see if we can, look how big a cow's heart is. Cows have these giant hearts full of love here. All right. It's hard. It's hard to use your hand as a heart. Some wonderful pieces of anatomy here. The human arm there hanging from a hook, and a human head there. Yikes! It's pretty terrifying. And you can see the brain there, as well as the nervous system. This from here is just a wonderful view out the window. See that submarine, and yeah, the weather is looking a lot nicer here in the Iron City. It's the Iron City banner right there. So you overlook the submarine here. Also, you can see a bunch of different bridges. I heard somewhere that Pittsburgh has more bridges than any other city. Yeah, you can see another bridge over on this side. This will let us see our intestines there. You can see my intestines there in my body. Hello, everybody. So that's my muscles. That's my intestines there. Well, let's see my super spooky skeleton. Can you see that creepy face? Keeps popping up. Just gonna take the hat off. That'll help. There we go. Spooky. Here is the science of bodily noises. You can sample some of the noises here. Let's see what diarrhea sounds like. Can you hear that? That's the noise of diarrhea. Extremely educational. And here we can see how long human intestines are. I guess you just grab the intestines here and you pull it to see how far you could pull out a human's intestine. We're still going here. I don't want to trip going backwards, but all right, we are. Oh, still going here. Oh, I'm bumping into people. Okay, there we go. That's how long you can pull out a human's intestines. Pretty far. Oh, there you go. The body just, fortunately, if they get pulled out, the body just sucks them right back up. All right, we gotta go. I gotta race back down to the first floor. I almost forgot. I got my boarding pass for the Titanic. Gotta get on that ship. Can't have it leave without us. That'd be bad news. All right, still quite a line to get in to the Titanic. All right, so apparently I have been assigned a passenger from the Titanic. I am, according to this, I am Mrs. Pika Pateri Hackeriman. Me and my husband are fleeing the economic hardship and political oppression caused by the Russian occupation of Finland. I'm in 3rd class, so that's probably not gonna play in my favor. Okay, so this is a exhibit that has some actual artifacts from the Titanic. It says this is the 1st class smoking room chandelier. So a chandelier that actually hung from the ceiling of the Titanic. Various items in here, including the chamber pot. Guess they would have been just dumping that out the window into the ocean. Yeah, all sorts of things. Tool handles there. These are fuse plates and electrical outlets from the ship itself. Wow. There's an inkwell, a fountain pen, and some actual postcards that were found in someone's suitcase at the bottom of the sea. There's actually a postcard of Pittsburgh there, the Pittsburgh railroad station. Went down with the Titanic. There's some money and coins. Yeah, I'd be really disappointed if I realized that I'd left my wallet on the Titanic. Little bits of jewelry there, cufflink, necklace over there. Different pieces of silverware and plates there. You see the saucer here actually says White Star Lines in the center. This here is a 1st class cabin. As you can see, pretty swanky. Items from the bathroom, some floor tiles there. There's the hot and cold water valves. And there's the waste pump handle. I guess that's for a flushing toilet. I guess this is where I would have been riding, in the 3rd class passenger area. I guess that's my hat there on the bed. So yeah, you're sharing your room with a couple of strangers there, bunking with some other people. I think this is actually pretty insane here. That is a champagne bottle, and you can see it actually still has champagne in the bottle from 1900. That's pretty crazy. That through all that, through the crash and everything, still has a little champagne left. Here's the boilers of the ship that would burn coal. This room here houses the villain of the Titanic story, the iceberg itself. You can actually touch the iceberg here. It's very cold because it's ice. You can see where people have, wow, someone stood here and like melted their handprints into the iceberg. Some holes there. Are these, I mean, probably shouldn't be putting my hand there. It's probably very dirty. Although, you know, ice probably kills the germs, right? Over here is the whole porthole here, right off the ship. Some pots and pans here, likely used to cook the final meal of the Titanic victims. That is crazy how some of these items survive. The playing cards there. There's the postcard of the courthouse in Dallas County. All right, it's the moment of truth here. We scan our pass and we find out whether or not we survived the Titanic. So let's see, scan QR code there. All right, let's see. After her husband woke up after the collision, she waited for his return to no avail. Oh no, my husband died. Oh, but then she remarried, moved to Ohio, died of a stroke in 1957. Yes, I survived. Of course, we now exit through the gift shop. A variety of Titanic coasters there. It's a copy of the newspaper announcing everyone is dead. And oh, it's this little Titanic, I guess you put your own photo in there. Some happy little Titanic bears there. And of course, 2024, the year of the pressed penny here on the Carpetbagger channel. We have two different Souvenir elongated penny machines. This one actually takes credit cards. This one is the old-fashioned put your coins in. And let's see what we have here as a selection. We've got Robo World there. You've got, oh, this one's Carnegie Science Center with the actual building on it. I like that one. And, oh, you can also get the submarine there. The planetarium. You know, we got what is that, Saturn there. And the train from the miniature train set. And a rocket ship. Yeah, I think we might grab a couple of these. All right, put our coins in here for some reason. Someone thought it was a good idea to leave a dirty, disgusting old bottle of Gatorade here. We will put our penny in. And oh, we gotta make sure we choose our. I almost made the classic pressed penny mistake of not choosing my design before I pressed the penny in. So I think we wanted the one with the actual building on it. And there, oh, there we go. Yeah, always make sure the one you want is lined up before you press the pennies in. Common mistake, classic pressed penny faux pas. And then we go. All right. And there we go. Alright, so I did try using my credit card. The credit card machine is not currently working, so we will have to insert $1. This one doesn't take any coins whatsoever. So put the $1 in there. There we go. So there we have it. I got the train design and then the design with the building on it. I always like to get the ones with the building on it. I just a good souvenir so you can remember what the building looked like. So we peek here into the main gift shop. You can see a super spooky brain with eyes there. That's kind of haunting. And a plushy skull. You see it's bony and plushy at the same time. Oh, here's a different skull. Look at that. Okay, you can pull his eyeballs. Pull its eyeballs out. And, oh, okay. Okay, you can pull its brain out too, apparently. Oh, and what's that? What is that? Some sort of brain mite living in his head? Huh. A little bag of miniature intestines, as well as some itty-bitty bones. There is a Mars snow globe there. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was unaware. It actually does snow on Mars. And of course, the quintessential Science Museum treat: the freeze-dried astronaut ice cream. Oh, and I do like these. This is the robot snow globe there. You see those 1950s sci-fi robots there. And look at this. It snows. Some different science t-shirts there. Pink Floyd. Think like a proton, stay positive. They have a t-shirt for the miniature railroad there. And a NASA t-shirt. Did you guys know? Here's an interesting fact. NASA, you see their logo on clothing. Apparently NASA, you have to get permission from NASA, but NASA actually does not charge a licensing fee. If you get permission from NASA, you do have to get permission. But once you have permission, you do not have to pay them anything to use their logo. Oh dear. It is now pouring down rain out here. Need to make a mad dash for my vehicle. Oh no, why did I leave the window rolled down in the car? Alright, apparently, I don't remember why, but I had the window rolled down and I left the window rolled down in the car. It is soaking wet in here. I'm actually kind of relieved because when I saw that it was down, I thought it may have been smashed again. But no, I'm apparently just an idiot. I think what happened was I rolled down the window to take the parking ticket for parking so that I could pay for parking. And I must have not rolled my window down from there. And now it stopped raining. Now, moments later, it is sunny again. So I just ran through the rain, turned sunny. It's okay. These are minor bumps in the road. I'm sitting, getting wet just sitting here. But, you know, things happen. So yeah, the Carnegie Science Center. I was really excited to see the Robot Hall of Fame because I had heard that they had gotten rid of the Robot Hall of Fame, that it was gone, but apparently they just moved it. They just moved it into the lobby of the movie theater. All the robots are still there. It is still called the Robot Hall of Fame, so I can confirm that the reports of the death of the Robot Hall of Fame were greatly exaggerated. And the Titanic exhibit, always interesting, interesting seeing those things, items that are actually on the boat. Clearly fascinating, but it's I don't know, it's at the same time I'm very fascinated by the fascination with the Titanic. It makes me wonder if you know, 100 or so years from now they're going to be having museum exhibits on some of the tragedies that that I and my generation have lived through. If there'll be museum exhibits romanticizing the modern day tragedies. I don't know, it's interesting. It's just, maybe it is the fact that it is a natural disaster, that there's no human to blame, but yeah, definitely fascinating because, you know, there's a lot of Titanic attractions. There's the Titanic Museum in Pigeon Forge, there's one in Branson, there's one in Orlando. So people clearly still very fascinated with the Titanic and all things surrounding the Titanic. Maybe it was the movie. Maybe we can blame James Cameron. That movie made the Titanic look just so nice and romantic. But yeah, I love the Carnegie Science Center. Like I said, some great museums here in Pittsburgh. It's a great museum city. And of course, if you know other museums you'd like to see me check out, leave a comment in the comment section. If you'd like this video, please subscribe. Please give it a thumbs up. Please share it. Please tell your friends. Please stand on a street corner and shout at strangers to please watch my videos. If you'd like to help support the channel in other ways, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also selling enamel pins in the Etsy shop, doing personalized messages on Cameo. If you're interested in either of those things, check out the description of this video, and all those things help keep this miniature train on the track, this ill-fated boat on the water, and this rocket to Mars in the air. Till next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.